Hi, welcome back to the channel. Michelle, and today we'll be sharing our summer homeschool schedule. So the video prior to this, and I'll link it up above, was all the curriculum and activities and things we'll be doing for the summer. But I thought I'd make a separate video just showing how we're going to incorporate that into the June and July months of our homeschool. So we are year-round homeschoolers, but we do switch it up in summer and incorporate different things or things that we didn't get to through the school year. Again, watch that video if you want to see what specifics we're doing. But how I'm going to do this is I'm going to actually turn you around and do it on my computer because, like all things, I love Excel. I love utilizing OneNote to incorporate things like scheduling and portfolios. All that information, I do have a video on how I use OneNote on my computer to organize everything. But I'm going to be showing you kind of how I mapped it out, and we'll see, there are always changes that can happen, but having a plan going in, I think, is really helpful. All right, so I'm going to take you through my plan. So again, I'm using OneNote up here, and over here is kind of how I've organized everything. I have my different school years, planning, lesson planning, routine, portfolio information, all that. But let's take over to summer. So this is 4th grade summer. I do keep a list of things I want to incorporate or different curriculum that I want to. So this was kind of the area I was thinking about using, but not necessarily everything on there. So let's go over here to actually mapping it out. This is super easy to do on OneNote. So just creating little tables and everything. So you can see 4th grade summer, June, Monday through Friday. One thing I did leave in here is science, because we may still incorporate science if my kids really want to. So I wanted to put it in there, but obviously green things are color-coded to be group subjects, so things we would do together. So for June, and I put up here, June we're going to focus on art and philosophy. July we're going to focus on music and financial literacy. So this is what 4th grade would look for, or this is what this summer will look like for my 4th grader. So for June, she'll do her math, her dimensions, she'll do her lightning lit and IEW combined. Again, those are only 4-day programs, so we don't have to worry about that 5th day. So that 5th day, I have her just doing typing. And again, this right here will probably take close to an hour. So I don't want to overwhelm her on those days. So again, that might be one of those things where science isn't incorporated, and that's completely fine. We can pick it up during the school year. But for June, we'll obviously be doing art, and that's the Atler art that I showed in the previous video. Foreign language, she'll be doing French. Again, I showed that curriculum in our previous video. So she'll do an art lesson once a week, and again, you'll see this on my 1st graders as well. She'll do her art lesson once a week, and we'll do a picture study on that Atler stuff, and just discussion-based stuff, and that will be their Monday. Tuesday will be the same thing, math. The only thing that's different is Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be incorporating foreign language. So my oldest will be doing French, my youngest will be doing Spanish. And I'm hoping that I can do one after the other, because again, the lessons aren't super long. I think I can incorporate them both, but again, this is just a schedule. It can definitely change. And Thursday, she would just have math, lightning light IEW, may not do science, we'll see. Friday, we would just have math and typing because those programs are only 4 days, and then we'll bring in philosophy as our group subject. And then we usually have our co-op meetup days on Friday. So you can see Thursday and Friday, we'll definitely be done before noon. That won't be an issue. And then for July, pretty much the top stays the same. If they want to incorporate foreign language still, we will incorporate it. If it doesn't go well, we'll drop it. But we'll bring in that personal finance on Monday, yep, so the thing I showed you with the Fred loan, check out, again, that video if you want to see the specifics. And then I plan on doing a piano lesson. The piano lesson will be every Friday. But this piano is, at least for my oldest, practicing every day. I think, 20 minutes practicing every day is reasonable. And those will be the 2 things we bring in for July. And of course, there'll be things in here like summer reading program. I also know is on Friday for my oldest, so that will be in here. And then whenever horseback or book club for horseback riding happens, we don't know the date for that yet, but it's usually in July. which will be better because there's no summer reading is only in June. So June will be pretty busy for us. So July we'll have my oldest will have her book club for horseback riding, and then we will have, obviously a vacation in July for 4th of July. That's when we do our camping. So that's when those things will happen. And obviously we will continue to do our six weeks on, 1 week off schedule, our Sabbath schedule. That works perfectly for us. So most likely we'll do things like the museum or the zoo during that week off. And obviously camping is already our scheduled week off. So things like that. So that is what summer looks like, minus the activities that will come in July that I'm not quite sure about yet. That's what her schedule will look like. So let's go over to my first grader. So this is what, and she's got the same thing, ideas, brainstorming over here. I keep a list of things I want to use for her. So this is what her first grade summer will be looking like. So she'll continue her math, her dimensions, and we'll be working in math facts that stick. So, maybe she'll do dimensions 3 days a week and math facts that stick 2 days a week. We'll see how the schedule flows. She'll continue doing all about reading again. Doesn't take long. It's pretty quick. I will continue have her doing handwriting practice because I think that's really important so she doesn't lose those skills. And you'll see here she will join us for art on Mondays. Philosophy, she'll join us for that on Fridays. And if we do science, we do science. But co-op will obviously still be there on Fridays. July, she's not doing any type of music study with us. She will join us for the finance, though, the personal finance study or financial literacy. And I have a feeling she'll probably want to continue her foreign language. But you can see here her math, her all about reading, her handwriting. Pretty much her schedule stays very similar to what it was this year. And just we're switching out group works. And she'll only be joining group work for finance, philosophy, art, and if we continue foreign language, that is what we will incorporate. And of course, my 3-year-old will just be along for the ride. He can join in if those things he wants to. If not, he can just play or do his own thing. It's really up to him, but usually he's at the table with us interacting. For example, I really know he likes art. I have a feeling he will definitely be joining us for art. He really enjoys science as well, so if we continue science, I think he will continue with that. But he's fine. He's 3. He's where he's at. We will incorporate things this coming school year for him because he's interested. But the only thing I really plan on incorporating for my 3-year-old is we've started a little calendar time with him because I was able to find one clearanced out at a store near us. So I was like, hey, why not start calendar time now? And he's really been enjoying it. It's kind of funny. He doesn't want either of his sisters to join in on calendar time because it's only his time, and I think that's so cute. So he's enjoying calendar time, and that's about it for our schedule.